What's up, y'all?
What's
And
up,
welcome
everybody?
back.
Welcome back to another episode of
Don't do that.
Don't Do That
Right here on 16 TV.
on
Fuck it
Fridays.
Fridays.
All right, so I believe did you go Did you go first last time?
Yes, actually, I did.
All right, so she went first last time, and we take turns, so you already know what time it is. It's time for me to go first, and this one you had to see this one coming. You had to see this one coming. This one is called The Death of Free Speech.
The death of free speech.
The death of free speech. It's really messed up. It's messed up. Everybody knows what happened with Jimmy Kimmel. Everybody knows what happened with Stephen Colbert. So, the death of free speech. Now, in 1989, the Supreme Court ruled a bedrock principle of the First Amendment is the government may not prohibit speech simply because it is offensive or disagreeable. Let me say that again. In 1989, yeah, that long ago, a bedrock principle of the First Amendment is the government may not prohibit speech simply because it is offensive or disagreeable. This is a ruling from the Supreme Court, Texas versus Johnson, over 30 years ago.
Yeah.
Okay. 1.
30,
It is distasteful.
36 to be exact.
It is distasteful to post memes, etc., on social media that make light of a person's death. Right?
I mean, y'all complained about that when it came to CK, right?
Right? This
Right?
is not right. We're not supposed to do that. Okay, so George Floyd
Right.
had the George Floyd challenge.
Yeah.
Trayvon Martin. If you go to the Don't Do That Facebook page, 16 TVs Don't Do That on Facebook, you will see that I have posted pictures of when they were Trayvoning.
Yeah, Trayvoning.
Posing as this young man, the last pose that he did after he had been shot, with Skittles and a pop next to their hands. Trayvoning. Okay? But y'all crying and whining about quite disrespectful and really crass stuff that's being said about Charlie Kirk, but
it's their opinion.
Free speech, right? The same free speech that y'all cry about with Nick Fuentes.
Ooh, wee.
The same free speech you cry about with Ben Shapiro.
Bubblegum, stickies, House of Dank.
Smoke of the Ep. The same free speech that you talked about with Charlie Kirk. The same free speech that you gave the Proud Boys.
Yeah.
The same free speech that you gave the skinheads. The same free speech that you gave the Ku Klux Klan.
Except they came with violence. So the KKK is not. They are violent people. And same with the Proud Boys. I don't care.
But this is hate speech. But let me go back. A bedrock principle of the First Amendment is the government may not prohibit speech simply because it is offensive or disagreeable. So,
why do we have Nick Fuentes? If you guys are so mad when it comes to free speech and what people are allowed to say, why is Nick Fuentes allowed to say stuff? Or how about Fox News hosts saying that homeless people should just die? He still has a job.
That right there.
Why does he have a job?
Or why is it that Jimmy Kimmel can't make jokes when they've been making jokes Saturday Night Live, Johnny Carson, Arsenio Hall, Stephen Colbert, Jimmy Kimmel, the late night comedians going on roasting
what Jimmy
police,
Kimmel
roasting
said
the presidents
was just facts, because your best friend, your close friend has been taken out. How do you feel about it? Well, I'm sad, but here we go ahead and talk about the ballroom like a 4-year-old with a goldfish. Yeah. And that's all he said.
All right. Now, free speech is a thing. The First Amendment is the First Amendment. Okay? But Paramount was sued for $16 million. Trump.
Is that connection with ABC?
Yeah.
Ah, that's what he
No,
was
this is
talking.
Paramount.
Oh, I said, are they
Paramount,
connected?
$16 million settlement.
Because he was just talking
Okay.
about ABC had paid him 16.
I'm getting to that.
Oh.
Disney, $15 million defamation suit. Stephen Colbert canceled. Jimmy Kimmel suspended. Washington Post, Jeff Bezos overhauls the opinion section. Why does he have to overhaul the opinion section?
I thought opinions were just that.
Opinions.
I thought that's what the opinion section was.
And you have a right to them, right? Not anymore, you don't.
Nope, not unless you
Hire! All right, so
not unless you do that.
New York Times and the Wall Street Journal. Lawsuits. Our First Amendment rights, our freedoms are being attacked by the President of the United States. The Associated Press. The White House has restricted access to the Associated Press. This goes back to that whole speech that Obama has that's going viral where he says, if I had done any of this, what if I had took the credentials from the press and not allowed them in the White House?
Oh, you would lose your absolute shit.
But this is what's happening. The Associated Press, they had to try and get back in the White House because they can't even get in there no more, right? So here are things that are not protected by the First Amendment. If it's an incitement to crime, it's not protected by the First Amendment. Like if someone, I don't know, on January 6th stands outside and tells a whole bunch of people to go to the White House and fight like hell, that
is an intent to crime.
Is incitement to crime. Sound familiar, Donnie? True threats are also not protected by the First Amendment.
That means whenever you go to threaten to beat somebody's ass because they decided to make an example, that's an actual true threat.
Yeah. Or, like these little veiled threats that Trump has been shooting at reporters and, you asked me a question I don't like. Well, where are you from? Oh, I'm from Australia. Oh, well, your leader's supposed to talk to me in a couple of days. They want to get along with me. I don't know. You set a bad tone. And another thing that is not protected by the First Amendment is defamation. So like when Charlie Kirk was calling George Floyd a scumbag, or when he was calling Barack, what was he calling him? The Magic Negro?
Oh, you already know I wasn't
or
about to say it. Or
something like that. Or he was calling Michelle Obama
a gorilla.
A gorilla in heels. That's defamation.
You want to know what's not defamation? As you can tell, he hasn't been able to sue South Park, right? So he must have a portobello.
So here's the thing with South Park, because a lot of people were like, they had to cancel an episode because of what's going on with Trump. Trump's having his temper tantrums and everyone is up in arms about what's going on. No, actually what it was, I found out they didn't cancel an episode. There was an earlier episode that referenced Charlie Kirk, and they thought that it would be in poor taste.
Wow.
They thought that it would be in poor taste because the man did get killed, and they have their right to their opinion. They have their right to decide whether or not they feel something is crass or if something is actually appropriate. They felt that it was inappropriate. They deemed it inappropriate themselves, and they did not air the episode.
All right.
It had nothing to do with Donnie this time.
Yeah, this time.
But yeah, man. Well, I mean,
you know what? That's actually perfect because this goes right into my freedom of speech, because we have
segue.
4 Republicans are getting dragged by their peers for protecting Ilhan Omar's First Amendment right for freedom of speech. On Wednesday, September 17th, 4 Republicans received backlash for voting against, uh, for voting to keep Ilhan Omar from keeping her from being censored. She made comments about the late Charlie Kirk. The 4 Republicans that are receiving backlash are Mike Flood from Nebraska, Tom McClintock of California, Jeff Hurd of Colorado, and Corey Mills from Florida.
I can't even believe we're discussing this. People are actually getting fired and scared for their jobs over our First Amendment right to freedom of speech.
Representative
Under this president,
Representative Nancy Mace, Republican of South Carolina states, Mike Flood, Jeff Hurd, Tim McClintock, and Corey Mills just sided with Democrats to protect Ilhan Omar. They voted to shield a woman who mocked the cold-blooded assassination of Charlie Kirk, a woman who belittled his grieving family. They showed us exactly who they are. Never forget. Now, this is what she actually said. There are a lot of people out there talking like he was out there trying to have a civil debate. He wasn't having civil debates. There is nothing more fucked up than to completely pretend his words and actions have not been recorded or in existence for the last decade or so. These people are full of shit. It is important to call these people out while we feel anger and sadness. I have empathy for his wife and kids. I guess,
for the
ma'am.
kids.
Yeah, wife and kids.
For the kids.
That's what I'm saying, her words. So, yeah. Nancy Mace, please take several seats to the left, heifer, before you decide to mix people's words around, because I watched the video and I took her words from the video and put it here and told you what it was. So, Miss Mace, take several seats and get your hearing aids checked. Mark Levin from Fox News.
Q-tips.
Fox News really needs to, tone themselves down until they get rid of old Dooo talking about killing homeless people.
Fox News need to change their tagline.
Mark Levin states 4 disgraceful House Republicans supported Islamist Omar despite her cackling at Charlie Kirk's assassination. All 4 need to be primaried and defeated. Again, she did not say anything that was wrong. Joe Pags, a conservative radio host, wrote, "It makes me sick that 4 Republicans shirked their duty today and did not censor Ilhan Omar. Shame on you all." Now, McClintock had stated, here, take this for a minute. Ilhan Omar's comments regarding the assassination of Charlie Kirk are vile and contemptible, even though she didn't say anything that was wrong. They deserve the harshest criticism of every man and woman of goodwill. But this disgusting and hateful speech is still speech and is protected by our First Amendment. Censor is formal punishment by the House, and we have already gone too far down this road. Omar's comments were not made in the House, and even if they were, they broke no House rules. A free society depends on tolerating all speech, even hateful speech. Confident that the best way to sort good from evil is to put the two side by side and trust the people to know the difference.
Yep.
Congress exists for this purpose. For this reason, I voted to table the censor resolution. Jeff Hurd also stated, "The right response to reprehensible speech like this isn't silencing it; it's more speech." That is what Charlie Kirk believed and practiced, and I agree. That is out of Jeff Hurd's mouth. The vote to censor Omar over her remarks failed when the House voted to table the resolution 214 to 213 on Wednesday after Mills voted with the Democrats on the final moment. So,
right is right.
I need to understand how one person, even though she did not say anything that was wrong, At all.
Nope.
At all. Nothing. She didn't assassinate anything about him. Didn't assassinate his character because his character was already too far gone. He was a racist, fascist, misogynistic piece of crap.
He did that to himself.
A Christian nationalist. And if you guys want to go ahead and believe in that, I have news for you. The shit you believe in, when it comes to that, you believe a 14-year-old basically should be able to become a mother, be wedded and whatnot, right? Well, I'm old enough to be your mother. Go sit your ass down before I go get the belt. And go ahead and tell dad when he gets home, because if you actually follow the Bible like you say you do, you honor thy father and mother. Now, again, I would be old enough to be one of your parents because that's what you believe in. I mean, if you really want to go back, I could be 12 and that would be like 29 years old, you know. Right. You guys are embarrassing. And if our representatives are to be defended like this, what about the people?
I said this.
What about the people? But it also shows you too what kind of people you work for too.
I said this on a short, and I really feel like a lot of people feel like this. If you're not on the side of love, peace, inclusion, equity, what are you doing?
Being a dick.
What are you doing?
Gobbling up the portobello.
It's all about the human race. We're all the same car. We're all the same vehicle with different paint jobs. You got the same insides that I have. She has the same insides that she has. It don't matter what color the vehicle is. It's the same vehicle. Human race. Hello.
All right, last one. Siblings are accused of locking 9 children under beds, get bond reduced, as attorney says there's levels of culpability in this case. All right. So 2 siblings that were charged in a horrific child abuse case involving 9 children have received reduced bond amounts during court hearings in Columbia County, Florida. Their names are Dallin and Liberty Griffith. They have a new court date set in October with Judge Garrett Hill. This case came from the shadows when authorities discovered horrible abuse at the family home in Fort White, Florida. They lived in Arkansas before they moved to Florida because, of course, you know, you got to keep the tone down so people don't catch on to the bullshit you're doing. All right. Now, the total of 9 children ranging from the ages of 7 to 16. They said that they were caged under bunk beds with plywood screwed over entrances. They were also sprayed in the face with vinegar and forced to lie on floors while having plywood pressed on their bodies, causing splinters and injuries. Now, according to the court TV Assistant State Attorney Madison Hodge, let the court know that prosecutors had agreed to reduce Dallin's bond from $500,000 to $10,000, saying that there are levels of culpability in the case and that the parents are the main culprits. But the judge still said that it was still too low and put his bond right to $150,000, and his sister's is $100,000. A mandatory porter at the family's church had raised concerns after one of the children brought a stun gun to a church camp. Child Protective Services workers also found out that the family also adopted 4 African American children and was treating them differently from their biological children. They observed the adopted children were performing chores while biological children played or watched television.
Wow.
The children said that when they were locked up under the bunk beds, they couldn't even use the bathroom at night. A 14-year-old boy showed investigators scars from being forced to lie on the floor while plywood was pressed onto his chest and back. Some of the adopted children did not know their full names or birthdays and had not attended school for years. The kids were removed from the home on July 3rd. During the interviews with the kids, the 9 kids told them various forms of abuse, including being beaten with canes, given unprescribed medication, and instructed to lie about their home situation. Now, Brian and Jill Griffith remain in custody on the original $500,000 bond, which I think is
Low.
really low. All 4 were arrested on July 22nd and charged with aggravated child abuse.
Wow.
So we have problems here, guys.
Can
You
we
just
bring back a firing squad?
I mean, when it comes to these kids, and I'm going to use the same good book that you guys love to use, you're better off wrapping a rope around your neck and throwing yourselves to the deepest part of the sea while you mess with these kids before you mess with me. And that's God's words. Why do you guys feel as if it's okay to do this to
There need
kids?
to be some third world country shit going on. Some third world country shit going on when you mess with kids. Bless you.
Thank you.
When you mess with kids, we need to get medieval on your ass.
Yeah.
Marcellus Wallace. Yeah, we need to get medieval on your ass. Stop messing with these kids, man. That's why we want these Epstein files like right now. Because I don't care who on the files. I don't care. If you feel that you can get away with touching these babies, ruining somebody's life.
It's funny how they
you think you can get away with it.
They took CK out and voted on the Epstein files that same exact day.
We're up here. We're rich. Come on, man. We can do anything. Oh, what are they going to do? How are they going to catch us? Just another wonderful secret.
Just another wonderful secret, y'all.
Nah, bruh.
But y'all want it that way. That's y'all king.
Nah,
King
bruh.
Pedo.
But you know what's funny, though? She reminded me of this the other day. As much shit as we talk, that's not Rosie O'Donnell. I'm not Jimmy Kimmel. And neither one of us is Stephen Colbert.
And we're not covered under the FCC.
No. So we can roast you all we want and bring the real news. Yeah. There are other avenues to bring the truth. Maybe Stephen Colbert or Jon Stewart or anyone else that has a voice, because I've seen a couple of podcasts of celebrities who have been really voicing their opinion and saying, hey, this is bullshit.
Oh, yeah.
Join us. Smoke with us, because you can't control us.
No, never been the controlled type.
It's awesome. We the people. I'm a perfect union. Yo, nope, I don't know the words, but I don't have to. Because I is free. I can do what I want. And for those that were wondering, down in the comments, I had to set someone straight. Associate's degree in business.
You know what you got to take with business, right? You got to take sociology classes to go along with that to be able to deal with people like you. Okay. All right.
We're good.
All right. We're done. We're out of here, you guys. Thanks again for coming out and seeing us. Don't forget to
Smurfy.
Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, get notified for each and every time we drop new content. The fuck is this? Yeah, I'm not doing that.
Shameless plug.
You keep your feet to yourself.
Yeah.
Okay. We'll see you next time. Pieces.